Well, as I'm sure you can tell, I am no longer in my hotel room there at the Astoria Riverwalk Inn and in Astoria. I'm now back here at home. Today was my last day fishing the Buoy 10 fishery. A little bit bittersweet. Went and washed up the boat, washed off all the memories of this past season, got all the salt off, cleaned everything up, and packed up and headed back to fish in the Portland area. Today was, yesterday I mentioned a few times that I was pretty frustrated with how the fishery been for a couple of days, just not getting many keepers. And of course, this is the way it always seems to go. Today, the bite was really good. And I was definitely second guessing my decision to change my trips to fishing up here in Portland. But it sounds like there was a decent bite from the Warrior Rock closure all the way on up to Bonneville, a few fish caught. But as far as Buoy 10 goes, today it was just me and the missus. We fished just, trying to get a few fish for our own freezer and going on a little grocery run. And the bite was good. Fishing only 2 rods, we had 8 or 10 bites, had a double. That's impressive when you're just only fishing 2 rods, but saw at least 20, 30 fish get caught. There were fish all over the graph. It was great. It was really good to see, especially now that I'm fishing upriver. It was great to see that many fish starting to stage back up. And now these again are the tides that the fish should be loading up above Tongue Point all the way up towards Westport and really starting to stage in that area. And then as the tides start to grow, that should be a really good shot of fish for us that are fishing upriver up above the closures for Chinook. There were plenty of coho around down there in the Buoy 10 area. We ended up getting one really nice keeper and losing a bunch of fish. And guess what? Happens to me at least once a year, and it happened to be today. I screwed up a net job bad. And it was a nice little 8-pound hatchery coho. I had it right at the side of the boat. I went to go net it, and I just hammered the net right into the flasher. Got the bead chain and the snap hooked up in the net. I'm trying to shake it off and trying to get the fish back to the net, and of course it comes off right there at the side of the boat. Just the way it goes sometimes, though. But all in all, I heard that the Oregon and Washington side both fished well. I was on the Oregon side. Again, good bite from the green line all the way up there to pretty much Tongue Point. I did hear that last night there was a decent bite up at Tongue Point. So hopefully that means that those fish will continue to load up there in that area, stage up, and then in about a week we should see another really good shot of Chinook coming up. There was also a decent bite on the Washington side from the bridge on up through Shipwreck, and I also heard around Checkerboard and Owaco, good bite there. So the river fished well today. I didn't hear any reports from the ocean. I don't think many people went out there because of the reports from yesterday and also the weather. That's one thing I will not miss about fishing in the Buoy 10 area is that wind. Today it was nasty. It was really, really windy and made it hard to get around. You pretty much had to fish above the bridge, so that bridge would knock down the wind and you wouldn't be getting beat up all day long. It was blowing pretty hard. So my plan now is over the next couple days, tomorrow I'll do an update on rigging for fishing upriver. And then the day after I'll do a full recap on the season, what I thought was better or worse or different this year compared to last. And then that's it. I get a lot of requests and questions about possibly continuing these upriver. And in the interest of our fisheries and just not overcrowding some areas, I only do these reports in the Buoy 10 area for a few reasons, and that's because it's a 40 square mile area and the tides are flushing those fish in and out 20 plus miles every 6 to 8 hours. There is no secret to fishing Buoy 10. You just need to grind it out and learn every day. I don't care if you fished it 1 year or 30 years, you're always learning every day that you're out there at Buoy 10. So the updates are meant to help those folks that are coming in from out of town or local to find success down there in that really big area where those fish are moving quickly. For doing these updates in smaller areas, it's not in the best interest for all of us. So after today, again, we're going to be doing one tomorrow on how to rig for fishing upriver. And then the day after, I'll do one for a full recap on the 2018 Buoy 10 season. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm excited to sleep here in my own bed, but now I need to go finish on working on the boat, eat a home-cooked meal, and take a good night's rest. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Later.